Hey everybody. Well, I'm excited to bring you the newly updated and revised third brake light antenna mount from Bulletproof Diesel for the F-150. This particular antenna mount works with all of the F-150s from 2015 on up through the current model. So while Bulletproof Diesel has had this mount out for a couple of years now, they did have a new concept. The idea behind the update is the fact that you no longer have to drill two holes into the body of your F-150. So I had looked at this mount about a year ago. I've heard nothing but great things about it. People have been ranting and raving about the quality and the fact that, the NMO antenna mount and cable are built in. And this is a great solution for an aluminum body F-150 because, as you know, a magnet mount antenna won't work. And, the various lip mount antennas, only do so much. So I finally decided to bite the bullet. I gave Bulletproof Diesel a call. I told them I wanted to order one of these, and my only slight hesitation was just having to drill some additional holes through the mount into the aluminum of my F-150. So when I was talking with them, they had said, hey, we're coming out with a new design. They're totally manufacturing this in-house now. And the idea behind this is there is no longer the need to drill the holes through the truck. Would you be willing to wait a couple of weeks and we'll send you one of the new revised kits to try out? And I said, yeah, that would be great. So about a month later, Bulletproof reached back out to me and they said, this is basically the first one that came off their production line. And the price is exactly the same as the original model, which is $359.95. And, would I want to try to install that and let them know what I think about it? So I said, sure. So they sent it out. This is it. In the box, you get just a little card that says who shipped it, who packed it. They've got one of their little mini catalogs here, along with a little koozie for your beer can. Pretty cool. And this is the package itself. So let's go ahead, let's open this up. Bulletproof did tell me that not to be concerned. Their instruction manual that they had sent is the updated one for the no drill mount. However, it does say it's the dual antenna mount. The instructions for installing it are exactly the same. And of course, I only got the single mount. And I use both a GMRS radio in the truck and a ham radio for dual band, but I never have them both in there at the same time. So I figure I just end up swapping out the antennas with no problem. So, all right, let's try to get this thing open. This thing's packed really nicely. So you've got your 16 feet of cable that comes with it, which is great because, you know what? I mean, this item, the price, a lot of people have said, yeah, this is an expensive product, but it's definitely worth it. And I mean, by the time you try to come up with a solution for the mount and then buy the, the cable and the NMO mount and everything else, I mean, it definitely reduces the overall cost of what the mount goes for. And you got to figure, I mean, this thing is solid. It's constructed, like I said, out of aluminum. The gasket's on here. The one thing you might notice, and I'll throw a picture up of the existing mount, you've got, one hole here, two holes here. The original mount had three holes here. And what you would do is through that third hole is where you would take the drill and drill into your F-150 in the body. Now, you know what? The drilling wasn't the end of the world either. It is aluminum, so it won't rust. The holes that you drill are actually, out inside the roof line of the truck, so they're out of the weather and this is sealed. So really drilling is a no-brainer. But I like the fact that they've come up with, you know, this no drill solution now, which is just really nice. So let's see what we got in here. Get the instructions. So these must be the brackets that will end up going behind this and help hold this in place once we put it on. This is pretty lightweight. This is sweet. They give you all the extra screws that you will need to go through into the truck. And then what's cool is the way they design this is you've got 4 screws that are basically holding in your high mounted stoplight on the F-150. So what they're doing is this actually sits just a tiny bit lower where it normally would. And then now your screws, what's holding it in place, go through these holes. And then your high mounted stoplight screws, your original ones, the high mounted stoplight will end up mounting into these threaded screws here. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I think the next step, what we'll end up doing is let's go outside. Let's take the old light off and let's get the installation going on this. Just a couple other notes. When I did talk with Bulletproof Diesel, they did tell me the nice thing about this kit is not only does this fit the 2015 on and up F-150s and the Super Duties, this also fits the 20 to 25 Maverick, and then 2019 through 2025 Ranger. So if you've got a Ranger Raptor, like my buddy does, this will definitely fit. And kudos to Ford for using the same size high-mounted stoplight, the third brake light for 4 different vehicles in their line. So okay, enough of my gabbing here. Let's go ahead. Let's get this baby installed. Okay, the first step is to take out the 4 T20 torque screws. So let's do that. Okay, take off the light. And I don't know if you could see, there is a little plastic holder plug here that's got to be removed. And then what you can do is you can unplug the light once you take that out, once you pop it down. So let me get one of the removal tools and we'll pop this off. All right, so instead of trying to get the panel removal tool under here and pop this out, I've decided to take this plug that holds the wire in. This is the LED version. So I can just unplug it from the board here, and let me use my tool removal tool to pop this guy off. There we go. Press on the tab, and your light's off. I think at least in my application, it's a little easier than taking that one off. Okay, so the next step now is feeding the 15 feet of cable through the hole. And what I've done is I've taken one of the panel removal tools and I've got the sliding window open here. And what I did was I forced it up behind the headliner and it came up and I made a little path that goes here. So I can actually push this a little bit out of the way and make some room so that I can pass the plug through the hole. Now you just got to make sure that your wire is going through the back side. When it came in the package, the wire was actually coming out through the front. So you want to make sure that you've got it set up going through the back first. There it is. Pull it all the way through. Okay, next we're going to remove these 4 plastic factory anchors. You can save these in case you ever want to put the factory stoplight back again if you remove it. But we don't need these because the brackets that are in the back need to fit flush, and they are threaded for the new screws. So let's take these out with the trim removal tool. Okay, we got the plastic fasteners removed, the 4 of them. This was actually the hardest and most time-consuming part of the install process. I definitely highly recommend you get yourself the panel remover trim tools. Mine were a little bit too big, and that's why I had such a hard time getting those out, but I finally got them out. All right, a couple important steps here. I did go ahead and use some cleaner just to clean up the dirt here. I don't know if you noticed, but in the first part of my video, I had routed the antenna cable through the right side, not paying attention to the instructions. That's a big no-no because I routed it through on the right side. This is where the cable for the lights came through. And the problem is if you do that, the cable has to go across the back of this, and this mount will not lay flush against the roof. So I just had to pull it out real quick, fed it through the center section, no problem. And you know what? Actually, you don't need a tool or anything on the inside. You just literally press up on the headliner and pull it away a little bit, and the cable drops down, and I'll show you that in a little bit. All right, here was my next dilemma, which is actually an easy fix. These brackets. They do go in with the bar on the top. You have to pay attention. The lower thread has to be on the outside of your light, and the higher thread has to be on the inside. I tried fitting it this way, and what had happened was, of course, the bottom hole did not line up with the thread, and I thought maybe we had an issue here. And then looking at the instructions and looking at the piece, I realized, yeah, it's got to go this way. So to do this, we are going to need the 4 button head screws that they supply, along with the 5/32 Allen wrench to tighten those. So let's get our first one here. Make sure the cable goes through the middle. We'll push this guy back in. And let's get our first bracket with the lower mounting hole to the right side. Wow, easy peasy. All right, here's our second bracket. The lower hole has to go to the outside of the light, so we'll put it in this way. And the outside. Okay, hand tighten them. Make sure that you don't strip the threads. Let's get our Allen wrench. Start tightening these guys up. Now I'm holding the bracket from the back so that it's flush, so that we make sure we don't pinch any wires or anything like that. That's our wire to the light. Let's tighten these up a little. And just go snug without over tightening. All right, that's it. Bracket is on, looks good. Boy, the finish on this is beautiful, especially with the black truck. So, alrighty, next step is to reattach our high-mounted stoplight again. Put that piece back in, that's the retainer. That's the plug. This will go here. There we go. And let's grab the 4 screws that they give us. Okay, so I think I misspoke a little earlier. The 4 screws that actually hold the mount to the truck, those are called the socket screws. And then the 4 other screws that they give you these are the button head screws. These button head screws will replace the OEM torque screws that we took out, and these have a 1/8 inch hex, so that's what you use on there. So you just got to make sure that you wiggle this light on correctly so that there's no gaps, and then you can start threading the screws in. Just make sure you don't want to over tighten it, because you do not want to crack the plastic lens on the light. And I just lost my Allen wrench. Let me get another. Okay, all 4 of the Allen button head screws are tightened. Like I said, don't tighten them down too hard, too much. You don't want to crack the plastic. This is solid. And then this is actually my Comet, my SBB2. This is a dual band antenna. Screws on perfect. And it's a nice, I think it's an 18-inch high antenna, so this works out perfect. Let me go ahead and show you how the inside of this looks. But I tell you, I love the way this mount is. It is flush, looks totally factory. And if nobody was paying attention, you wouldn't even know that there is a mount behind it. It looks great. I do have an NMO rain cap that I will put on the top of that just to keep the brass nice and clean when I'm not using the antenna. So let's go see the inside. Okay, we're inside the truck. I do have the panoramic sunroof in here. So as I had mentioned, it's super easy to do this kit. Just open your sliding back window if you have one. This headliner, I didn't pull it down. I didn't do anything. You push your finger in there and you pull it away a little bit, and you can get to this cable without a problem. Hardest thing is just getting the connector through, just having enough room. So I'm gonna go ahead and route it around. It's gonna go down to the floor and then in my center console for my radio. So let's take a final look at this from the outside. All right, one last look at how it looks, totally installed. The fit and finish on this thing is beautiful. Looks totally OEM. Everything is high quality. Really like this. I want to say thank you, Bulletproof Diesel, for improving the design and changing it so that we don't have to drill through the truck. This is just really, really great. In talking with them, I did mention the price on this new enhanced version is going to be the same. They are planning on shipping this starting probably sometime in January of 26. So anyways, I would definitely look into this. This is the best mount ever. So thanks again for watching. I hope the install video helped. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and I will be glad to answer whatever I can. Thanks again. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye-bye.